You are now tuned into Check This Out News. We connect the streets.
So here we are again, Check This Out Tuesday. You know how we do it, bringing it to you live each and every week with the hottest in gadgets. With us, we got the big homie, a.k.a. the big monster, Noel Lee, in the building here at the NAMM show. And we're going to talk some real interesting stuff because they're doing some cool stuff, as you probably already heard at CES. First out the gate, I want to know, and this... We're here at NAMM, and we've got a chance to see a lot of cool products. We saw them at CES, but one thing that stands out is what separates Monster from other audio manufacturers?
Well, look, we got a 39-year-old history, 40 next year, which is kind of cool.
Wow.
But our expertise has always been in audio because I'm an engineer, I'm a musician, okay, and I'm an audiophile. So I think the combination of all three, gives us a real insight as to what the nuances are of music to capture all the essence and the emotion of it. So all of our products, right from the get-go, the very first Monster cable was all about great sound.
So check this out. We're all about technology, and what I want to ask you here is, how is Monster embracing technology to redefine sound?
Well, listen, our mantra is always lead and never follow. And to do that, you always be at the cutting edge of new technology. And, it's really about innovation. Today, we've been around for almost 40 years because we reinvent ourselves all the time, from cable to power to headphones to speakers and a lot of stuff you see here. But you have to keep at the bleeding edge, and you have to be relevant. So not too many companies, especially in the audio space, are innovators when they start, and 40 years later, they're still innovating, right, and they're still relevant. Some companies are on their downward slope. I ain't that old.
Let me ask you, last year we saw there was a big boom with VR, whole virtual reality scene. What is your take with that? Are you looking at, again, being at the forefront and integrating tech into the mix? What is your thoughts with working with companies in the VR space providing the audio?
Well, look, at VR is at its embryonic beginning stages. If audio is trying to reproduce what the ear and the brain can hear, so it's not just about speakers, it's about space, sound stage, position, placement, and we've been working on that for 100 years. Okay, VR is just at the beginning of that, because in VR you're trying to reproduce what the eye can see, and we're far from it. Okay, so now you got 4K coming out, and we had 3D that didn't really work well, and you have to capture all that. So we're a long way to go between actually putting yourself in a space. So what you want to do is like the Terminator, where you can't tell the difference between what you see and what's real. Okay, but I think VR has a great application in special technologies, special industries, like real estate, like medicine. I think that's okay. Whether it's a consumer product or not ready for prime time, in my opinion.
Got you. Thoughts on technology like virtual assistants like Alexa and Siri? Would you see Monster products one day maybe integrating that? Or even further, what is your take with the Internet of Things or artificial intelligence being adapted into the Monster mix?
You don't ask the simple questions,
This is Check This Out.
Take this out. Listen, we're the first manufacturer, I'm proud to say, to introduce voice recognition in all of our headphones. So it's called Monster Talk. and all of our new superstar speakers all have Monster Talk in them.
Monster Talk.
Yeah, it means you can talk to it, okay? And it'll go to your Spotify list, it'll go to your playlist on your phone, it'll go to Tidal, take all of those, and you just tell it what to do. You can priority, so, I want to have iHeart at the top of the list, so I want to go to my iHeart, workout list, for example. So I think those kind of technologies which don't actually relate to the sound, but relates to the convenience and the usage of it. I mean, that's extremely important.
Right.
But, with Alexa and with Google and with the Internet of Things, it's not inexpensive enough where it's mass market. But with Monster Talk, we are incorporating Monster Talk at no additional charge for any of our products. So $250 Clarity HD headphone is $250 with Monster Talk.
Wow. So now I got educated on the boombox, and obviously this has been in the market since 2016. You've kind of flipped it in 2017 with the EDM-like features, and now we're with this new device that you rolled out at CES. And I take it that Monster Talk is on here as well?
Yes, Monster Talk is on there.
I'd like to know, and I think our listeners would be very much interested in, how did you come up with the boombox? And it seemed like from 2016, obviously it set a trend. Other manufacturers started to kind of replicate this when I'm at Best Buy and I see, darn, Noel created this way back, and now all these other brands. But how did you come up with that, and where do you see this going?
Well, look, first of all, I think we're both old enough, if not you, at least me, old enough to remember what a boombox was. And the boombox...
I used to see it in TV movies when they was breakdancing.
Yeah, I know.
I see it then.
Yeah, well, I don't know how old you were 15 years ago, but the boombox has exited from our culture for the last 15, 20 years.
Sure.
With the Walkman that came in and the iPods, and everybody started listening to headphones. Well, we love headphones. Okay, we have the very best headphones. But what happened to that sense of sharing? And in our culture, the boombox really originated from stereo speakers that couldn't get out of the home. And we had kids out there hanging speakers outside the window that were connected to their stereo system just so they can get music outside. There was no way to do it.
Just for the record, that's before my time. That's some KRS-One.
That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast.
Okay,
I would hear these stories.
Okay,
but I like what you're saying.
Okay, yeah.
I like where you're going with it, especially as we're, bringing that nostalgic flavor back for the digital age that we live in. And
that must have been your father.
Right.
No, but what happened was that cultivated a culture of bee dancing, okay, of competition, of sharing, of I'm going to say breakdancing, of basketball, skateboarding, you name it. Okay, so music all of a sudden became portable. It was big, and it was like cassette tapes, and it was like 10 C-size batteries that lasted about 2 hours. So we done all the Beats headphones. And we still love headphones. We got some great ones, but I wanted to recreate, bring back that boombox, that sense of sharing and community. So, but it had to be not like the old ones. Can't have cassettes. Can't have batteries that you have to buy. So it's all rechargeable. It's Bluetooth, and the sound of it is crazy. It'll reproduce all of the latest music, hip-hop, EDM, you got it. It's got a subwoofer in it. It's got left and right speakers out of both sides, so it fires in both directions. So when you put it up on your shoulder, you get to hear what they hear. Blast your earbud, the drums out, but that's okay.
So as you speak on the device, its social aspect, music, bringing people together, I like what you said in terms of the device being portable, and I think of wearable technology in that space. But Monster's been infamous with celebrities that are tied in to kind of tell the story of the brand. You've worked with an array of artists, my goodness. Now, obviously, at CES, you came to stage with some heavy hitters. I'm curious, well, number one, who are some of the favorite artists that you like working with, enjoyed working with?
Well, listen, I'm old school, okay, so, and I love the new artists, and
So like Young Thug is that's
Young Thug, Drake, maybe not Young
Old
Thug,
school,
but
like
yeah. Oh,
Run
no. No. You call that old school? Okay. I'm talking about Earth, Wind, and Fire. Okay,
wow.
I'm talking about Stevie Wonder.
Yes.
I'm talking about we had James Brown play for us. We had Ray Charles,
James Brown,
the man, the Godfather of Soul. He came and played for our CES show, and he was amazing. It was one of the last concerts he ever did too. But we wanted to bring all the greats that have lasting, stamina and power. But we had some of the new artists too. We had John Legend, we had Alicia Keys. So that was always us bringing music to CES, where all the business is being done, but nobody's like listening to the music. But this last time we had Iggy Azalea, and we had Joe Perry. So opposite ends of the spectrum. But it's all about music, and our saying is because the music matters. And if we can bring better sounding music to the consuming public, because you got your phone, you got all your songs on here, you stream it, doesn't cost you very much money for the music, but for the sound quality, you got to hear it the way that the artist wanted you to hear it to begin with.
Nice. Now you speak of the phone, and that leads me to a next question with you. Is there any time in the future that Monster may take its technology and inject it in smartphones, tablets, maybe even television sets? Have you thought of that?
Oh, absolutely we have. I think if you control the phone, and we have we're the audio sound for Huawei / Honor phones. Not very big here, okay, but it is number 3 in the world and number 1 in China.
Yeah,
okay.
We're very familiar with that.
Yeah, okay, so
you're already doing this.
We are working with them right now, developing not only the greatest array of audio gear to play from on our phone, but also to integrate this. So when you plug in a Monster product, the phone knows it and the phone recognizes it. And so now we can do all kinds of really cool things with it. So I think the phone is the last link, okay, when all the content comes all the way down to the very end and you're holding your hand, the last link is, does it go through a headphone, does it go through a speaker? And so it needs to talk to this device, and you got a whole new world. But, that's where, you got to tech it out.
Take it out.
Take it out.
Check this out. So with tablets and TV, do you see integrating also in that arena?
Well, first of all, a tablet is a TV, and a TV is a tablet these days. Okay, so
check this out.
Yeah, check it out. Well, look, that's the whole Internet of Things, to where the TV, the home, and the car are seamless. Okay, that what you hear in one place, you can hear in the other. Your operating system, how you operate it in one place, is how you operate in the other. Now, there are a lot of people fighting for that space. What Apple is, and Microsoft is, and Amazon is. So everybody wants to, and Google, who wants to own that relationship with the consumer. So who's going to win? Well, it's a very aggressive fight right now. But the consumer, the user, is who wins out. Okay, and we want to have it all. And if I was a consumer, I says, well, I don't want to be a Google and not a Alexa and not an Apple, and I want to be an Apple, and not So right now it's a little bit confusing, but I think the seamless integration, where you have all of it come together, is where the consumer really benefits. But today you got some badass technology that is nearly free. I mean, you're getting the Alexa Dot at the same cost that it took for them to build the thing. Right. That never happened. Okay,